Okay, so we were talking about the EX. We have completed the DM and EX. So today we're going to talk about the AE. Okay, AE dataset. Okay, so I have so we have this one and CRF. Okay, so for the AE dataset, okay, adverse events. So what do you mean the adverse event? The adverse event, okay, so A, if any untoward or unwanted, okay, unwanted events happen after administration of study drug. Okay. So basically the adverse event. So you're from the pharma background, you know it more about this one. So even Bala also from pharma background. So if you have any kind of events happen like have like diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, so fever, any kind of events has happened when you're giving the study drug. Those information will be given in this data set. Okay. Okay. So the same like yesterday. So we go to the DM data set. Okay, so we take this part. So up to this part. Save it here, and the same to change EX, sorry, AE. Data set. AE data set. Okay.
Input. Okay.
Yeah, the input. Let me check the input. So AERA. Okay. So change. Okay, as per the control, the specification, we need to create these three, the same like, similar like the DM domain. So we just copy that one. Data AE1 set AE. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Is AE. You need to mention the library name, right? Okay, the same like how we did with the EX sequence yesterday. So we're going to create at the end this one.
Yeah.
And the group ID, ref IDs, sponsor IDs, these are like permissible variables. So we don't have information in the raw data set. So the group ID. Okay, so yeah, 1 second. I'm just gonna come back. Okay, sorry. So okay, the A sequence, so which is we're gonna create at the end, and these are the permissible variable. So we don't have this information. This is usually the client will provide this information, the group ID, reference ID, sponsor defined identifiers. So those ID, usually the sponsor, the client, they will provide. Okay. So the next one is AE term, which is the topic variable. So as per the implementation guideline, they will ask you what is the topic variable, the AE data set. So this is the topic variable. And this is the main one it indicates for this data set. Okay, so verbatim name of the event, which is a required variable. Okay, let's go with this. Okay. So we don't need it at the moment, so I can close it. Okay, so AE term. So did I mention anything here? Raw adverse raw dot event. Okay, raw dot event. So this is the one. And is a character. It is in character. Okay, this is already in the character. So we just take this one. Okay, but we're done this one. Okay, AE modify, which is permissible variable. So modified report term. Do we have any modified report term in the raw data set? So there is an event. We don't have anything like that. Okay, so we don't have that information. Modify. No. This is vital signs. PK. So these are the events. So I'm gonna keep it here. So we don't have any AE modified term. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. So we don't have that information. So there is a permissible variable, which is okay. Okay, so we consider these ones. Okay, and I'm also gonna take this part also. Okay. So what are these terms? So these are terms coming from like you see the low level term. You see the terms here and the classes, organ class. So these are coming from Medra coding. Okay, so Medra. So the Medra, usually it is a dictionary that the medical coding people follow it. Medical coding. Uh, they follow this dictionary. Okay. So basically you standardize for particular like the term into the medical coding team, medical coding term. Okay. Um, so these already done by the raw data set. They already done, like before when you get the raw data set from for adverse events, they send it to the medical coding team. So the medical coding team, they will do the coding part. So they already done with this raw data set. So we don't need to do anything. We just need to map it directly. Okay.
So is there any questions on this meta term, the interview point?
Yeah, the medical, usually they will ask you what is the version. What is the version for Medra? Recent one. Okay. And what are some terms? What are some terms? Medra. Medra variables in a dataset. They will ask like that. So you have to set like low level term, high level term, like decode. So basically we have a hierarchy. Hierarchy means there is a level, like, so the initial one will come SOC term, then you have preferred term, then you have low level term, then you have like low term code. So something, there is a hierarchy. So I don't remember that one. So basically what happened, I will because you're both from pharmaceutical, so you can easily understand. So for example, system organ class, SOC means system organ class. System organ class. So what are the organs in the body? So for example, gastrointestinal, we call it, right? Gastrointestinal. That is SOC term. Okay. And the preferred term for the particular event, maybe you can say like stomachache, uh, any event like maybe diarrhea. Not sure, but I'm just saying. So that is also related to the gastrointestinal, right? So that is a preferred term. Okay, then the Medra people, they give some low term to this one. So for example, here, let me check. So here is the decoding is vomiting, and the low level term is vomit. Can you able to say it? And for this particular event, they give some coding part. This is in the medical dictionary. So they give the low level term coding. Okay. And the preferred term, PT is a preferred term, and the preferred term code is this one. So we don't remember these, like we don't need to memorize these codes. This is they given in the Medra dictionary. So like high level term, so they call it rashes, eruption, something like is called come in that dictionary. So for us, we just need to focus more on this SOC and the preferred term. Okay, so we don't, because what happened in the tables, you have to create the adverse event tables. So for that reason, they will ask you to in the mock shell, they will ask you to like to mention the table with SOC and the preferred term. So like you can see here there is SOC, gastrointestinal signs and symptoms, and we have two things here, nausea and vomiting. Okay, so here also there is another one, is here nausea. So this is SOC term, and this is a preferred term. And if it's nervous system disorder, and which is headache, so they call it like that. So they usually, how do you call easy way with the system organ class? Okay, so you don't need to worry much about these terms, level term codes. You just, as a SDTM programmer, you just need to map it directly. Okay, you go with the specification, and as for specification, how they like is assigned here. Okay, so we check with whether it is character or numeric. So this is character. Okay, so Let me check if I have Medra hierarchy. Okay, so this is the Medra hierarchy. So system organ class, then high level group term, high level term, preferred term, and lowest level term. Can you able to see it?
Yeah.
So this is, they will ask you in the interview, what is the hierarchy of the Medra variables. So the system organ class, which is gastrointestinal disorders, then high level group term, signs and symptoms, and low level term, nausea and vomiting symptoms, and preferred term is nausea, and the feeling quasi, which is the lowest level. Okay. So the current version, I think, is 25.1, I guess, 26. Okay, this is recently happened, one new one. 26.1. So they will ask you what is the version you are using. So I can say like that. Even, for example, if you go to the mark shells of your table for adverse event, any adverse event for the mark shells, so the treatment emergent flag. So they will mention here, you can see 18.0, the medical dictionary for regulatory affairs activities. So it is a full form of Medra. Or even in the raw data set also they will mention, like they put some one variable and what is the version of that one. Okay. Okay, let's go. So we directly map. So strip off LLT, right? Which is this one, low level term, which is already in the character format. Okay, like that. And the LLTCD. So this one, which is in numeric format. Okay. So we need to convert if it is numeric LLTCD. So this one. Okay, this is in a character format, so we need to change into numeric. Okay, so input of okay, the next one is decode. Decode character format. So here decode. It's already in the character. So like this, you go one by one. So this decode is done. PTCD, which is in numeric format. P for term code. Okay, this one. This one is in character. Input of this one. So HLT, which is in the character format, high level term. This part. So this is already in the character format, so we just simply put. Okay. Then HLT high level term code. Okay, so this is in numeric. Why we have to do every time like this? Okay, if it is code, obviously you have to do in the numeric, because in numeric font. Okay, high level group term, which is in the character. Okay, high level group term. Code again. Numeric. And remember, these are all expected variables. Okay, so we should have to keep it. Okay, so the next one is body sys and body sys code. So the category variables, the category of adverse event, subcategory of adverse event, pre-specified adverse event, these are like permissible variables. And we don't have this information. So we go directly to here, okay? So, sorry, what is this character or no? What is in character? So AE body sys. This one. Here's the body sys code. It's numeric format. Okay, body sys code.
Numeric one.
Yeah, this is already in the numeric, so we don't need anything. So we just click. So just directly keep like that. AESOC system organ class, which is in the character. So this one. Okay. So it's just strip off. And AESOC, obviously this is numeric. Okay. Okay, this is in character, so we should have numeric format. Like that, you just map directly to this Medra variables, okay? So after this one,
Oh no, we have more.
yeah. So the location of the event, so where exactly the location, like for example, it is in the head, it is in the stomach. So that kind of also the information has, if you have that information, you have to map it. If you don't have it, you just leave it. Okay, so for severity of intensity, yes, we have this information, and there is a Medra control terminology. And this is expected variable, no, permissible variables. Check in the CRF. So you see, this is AE term, and this is AESCV, the severity or intensity of this particular event. Okay. So we need to map. So we have this information which is in SCV variable. Okay, let's check the control terminology. Okay. So the mild, moderate, severe should have to be in uppercase. Okay, we have to submit in uppercase. So AESCV equal to, so which variable we have to map? SCV variable. This one.
Yes.
Okay, so this is in a character. You can see here, this is in a prop case. The prop case means the first letter would be capital letter and the remainings are small letters. Okay, so we call as prop case. So we need to change it into uppercase because all of them have to have uppercase, right? Because it's a character.
Yeah.
Okay, like that you map. So this one is seriousness. Okay, so there is another question, another important question they will ask in the interview. So what is the difference between
Severity and seriousness?
Yeah, do you know Bala? Hello? Hello?
No.
Yeah,
Bala, you heard about this one, seriousness? Did you got any?
seriousness means long hospitalization, I believe.
Yeah. But usually in the interview, they will ask you like that. So what is the difference between these two? Severity and seriousness. Okay. Seriousness. Severity means up to mild, moderate, severe. Okay. Seriousness after the severity, like life-threatening, death,
Long hospitalization.
yeah, permanent disability. Yeah, you're right, hospitalization. So obviously, so hospitalizations. So these two are, I mean, like if your event is like kind of mild or moderate and the severe, that information goes to the AE7. Okay, if it is life-threatening and death, permanent disability, so that information will go to the seriousness. So that is the difference between these two. And okay, so AE serious event. So there is a control terminology as usual. So I go there. Okay. Okay, so this should be in NY format. We need to check. So as I mentioned yesterday, for AE, I have a control terminology for NY format. You have to put either N or either S in uppercase. Okay, so here you see NY. And this is expected variables. Okay, so AE equal to, and which variable we have to map? SCR, SCR. Okay. So this variable. Okay, so now we need to get
And
only the first one. Okay, the first.
oh yeah, first one. And we have to make it upcase or not necessary, right?
Yeah, you have to write the upcase because
Yeah.
this is in small letters, right? So how do we write? We write substier, right? Substier function, then upcase of that particular event, I mean particular variable, sorry. So it is already in the character, so we don't put anything and output functions.
1,1.
Yeah, I can put strip if you want. If you can put strip also. It's not an issue. Okay, so how many?
1,1.
Oh, yes. This.
See, they don't do all these functions in the CDM level, the strip and all. If we, still we do you think, or do we think we get a space in the left
Well,
hand side?
because if you use the strip, you will remove the unnecessary spaces.
That's what
And it is easier for you, like the submission part, because there is a limit for weightage. Because if you have too many characters, obviously it's going to increase your memory. I mean, like, the data memory, something like that. But something there is some significant for that one. You have to use strip functions every time for the characters, because we don't need unnecessary. Even if you check the after execute, you check you won't see any kind of, like, compress. Yeah, you can see like this. Especially here, you can see the like this. But if you have in between any things, it will remove. That is the significant of using this strip function. If you don't use it, it's not an issue, but
I
because
mean,
you are going to do the standardize, right? You're going to do the standardize your thing, so it should have to be in a proper way to. That's what I understand with this one. Yeah, Bala, what do you say?
I mean, the CDM people won't do all this for while edit checks and all.
CDM people, they check only if you have any kind of data cleaning. I mean, data validation.
Yeah, data cleaning is their part only.
If you have any duplicates, those things they will check. I think they also do the strip function, everything, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked their coding, their programming at all. So for you, because you're doing the standardization, right? So it's easier if you use some kind of functions, strip functions, and uppercase. Obviously, uppercase you have to use it because it's a control terminology.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is done. So the next one is action taken with the study treatment. Okay, so this is also expected variables. Okay, so ACN equal to so action taken ACTT. Okay, ACTT, which is the variable we have to map it. So this is in the prop case. Okay, let me check the control terminology for this one. Is there's a control terminology. Okay, so obviously you have to do it with upcase. Okay, so upcase of of. Okay, like that. And how much time we have?
We have 2.5 minutes.
Okay, so the next variable is where is this one? Action, other action taken. So we don't have this information. So AE. So here AESCONOTH. Oh, we have this information, right? Then why this I cleared out? So COCN. COCN. So this one, and what is the control terminology for this one? Okay, there is no control terminology. Okay, that is where. So we're gonna keep it as it is now for now. Let's see.
Ali, just a curiosity question. So control terminology will be given by the client, right?
No, you have to create the specification, right? When you're creating the specification, in you write all this control terminology.
Oh, okay, we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we sometimes what happened, the client related some control terminology they will be given. So for example, you see AE toxic guard, you have asterisk, we don't have any control terminology here.
Hmm.
Okay, so here the client will give you the
Okay.
control terminology. And there is another one which is very important, CTCE. So we can discuss once we connect with the other one. Okay, so we have almost 24. I'll take 1-2 minutes break. I'll come back. Huh?
Okay.